amazing essence about who you are, about the joy of living, about how you discover that through knowing your authentic self, becoming really acquainted with the self. And if there was ever a time when we needed it more than we need it now, I don't know when that would be in my lifetime, but I am grateful because what I'm looking at are individuals out here in this audience who are here to transform the planet. And you will, you see, because you're in this room, you are interested, and I am certain you would not be sitting here if you were not interested in knowing more about who you are. You're interested in discovering the light and the love that is within you. You're interested in diving deep into your own inner life to discover the truth of your being and why and what you have to give and how it's going to express. Because each of us is here to uniquely give our gift. And your gift is not going to be like anybody else's gift. Your gift is so uniquely you that only you can give it. And this I know. And so much of the time, we waste our time comparing ourselves to others. Oh, I'm not as good as that person. I can't do it as well as that one. Or I don't have the same amount of money as that one. Or whatever. Comparing ourselves to others. That's not what your unique gift is about. You are, we were listening this morning, or we do a meditation in the morning, my beloved Danny and I, and we do reading before that. And this morning something moved through me in such a powerful way. The realization that God, that implanted within you is the essence of divine spirit. And you are exalted. Exalted. You know, and that word came to me and I said to my beloved Danny, I said, read that again. I want to hear the word exalted. And he read it again and he said, that word's not there. But you see, for me, that word is there. That word was there. Because that is what I want to tell you. We are exalted in the presence, by that which has been imbued within us. That which is part of who and what we are. The exalted life of God is the expression that is within us. And we're here to shine our light so brightly, to be this place where love is revealed on this planet, to do our particular unique walk on this planet. And if there was ever a time it was needed, it is now. And I look around at what's going on in the world and I say, now what is that about? What is that about? And for me, I always take it back to myself. I always say, what are we to learn by what is going on? You know, where's the healing in us that needs to happen? Because I can assure you that what you're seeing in the world, out there, whatever you like or don't like, we have to do some serious work on the inside here. It's about healing within. Because in the healing within, you heal the without. It's not, I love to use this quote, but Martin Luther King said, darkness does not drive out darkness. Only light can drive out darkness. He said, hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can drive out hate. And so it is in the light and the love that we express. It is the way we carry ourselves in this world that is the healing in the outer world. And so we have to look at our lives now. We have to say, what's the healing that has to happen here? Something's going on. And so then we go within. We say, so where is the racist in me? I'm asking, where is the racist in me? And it causes me pause. So where is the racist in me? And then I say, where's the dishonesty in me? Where am I lying? where's the dishonesty in me? And then I may say to myself, where's the manipulation in me? Are we all innocent? Are we all, is there anything to look at within us? When we see it in the world, we're always going to take it home. We're always going to say, okay, where in me is there work to be done so that my light may shine so brightly? You see, there's nothing limiting me showing up on the planet as magnificent or great or holy or here to do great work. Nothing limiting me except those kinds of things, those little hidden things maybe going on inside of me that I need to look at. So we come back to the self and we ask, where have I shut off my love for another because of their opinions? Where have I shut off my love because of someone else's opinion? Good question, right? Where have I decided, no, just shut off that. That's them, one day this world will get healed when they understand my point of view, which of course is the right point of view. You got to just look at these things, and then I might say to myself, okay, where have I judged another because of the way they look, talk, or dress? Where have I judged another person? Where have I looked at another person and disdain because they don't look, talk, or dress good enough for me? Or, where have I lied to myself or others to get what I want? Where have I done that? So we do our healing work. We look within, we see, is there any place within me that needs to be clean there? Any place within me that needs to be, I need to do a little more work. So, this is ongoing. One of the beautiful individuals in the room here asked me, she says, I read your book, and then I read something, and I go, how did you get there? This is not simple. It'd be great if you think you could come into church on Sunday for an hour, and you're going to get this, or you're going to read a good book. Ernest Holmes' great book, we love it, Science of the Mind, great book. Or sit at the foot of a guru, whoever it might be. You can't get it that simply. This takes great desire. For me, I would say great willingness. For me, the point at which I would say yes and move forward, even when, for me, moving forward meant moving into the unknown. Because it's not easy in the beginning. I like many of you, or some of you, it didn't come from an easy beginning. I know I had a dysfunctional family and all of that business. And then, you develop all these stories about your life and who you are and the reason you're not worthy and what you need to do to get worthy, and you compare yourself to others and you see yourself falling short all the time. I say this because I've done so much teaching and so much talking to individuals. The one thing everyone says is, I'm unworthy. That if you ask people, what do you generally feel about yourself? It's usually something like that. Well, I'm unworthy. And so this is the kind of thing that we're doing our work. All of you beautiful ones here studying to be practitioners, or those that not even studying to be practitioners, but those who are reading, coming and showing. I'm not saying don't show up here. I'm saying do all that and add some more stuff. Do all that, and also be so desiring of knowing the truth of yourself that you will leap into whatever moves you. And there's such an intuitive trust that you can play. The intuition will tell you what is next for you. You can trust that so implicitly. We were watching a movie recently, a movie called, It was the power of love. And the that Heart Mind Academy has done this research, which I find incredible, showing that they showed images and had you talk about it from how quickly your brain sees the image, and then they showed other images, and then they had people say how quickly their heart showed the image, or saw the image, and the heart saw the image before the brain. So right now we know something, but what astounded me is that they also did this test to see that the heart saw the image before it was shown. Do you realize how powerful that is? And that's why, when I always say, you can't live just from here. You got to get down here and start living from here. Because your heart knows something before it is even seen it. Your heart feels it, senses it, and knows it. I call it intuition. I believe that's what it is. And so what has happened, and what I see in my life, is that I'm constantly being guided. Go here, go, do that, read this, do that. You will realize, as you are willing, and I'm saying willing is a magic word. You say, I'm willing to know my authentic self now. If you left here this morning and the only thing you got out of this whole morning is to say, I want to know my authentic self. I want to know what Reverend Karen is talking about. I want to know what the Spirit planted within me that makes me exalted. I want to know that. If you walked out here this morning and that's all you came away with, I'd say hallelujah, because then you would be so desiring. You would be willing. You would be willing to leap out in faith. I had to do that. I had built these walls. I felt so insecure and unsafe in this world in the early days. I had built these walls so tall that they were impenetrable from the outside in as well as the inside out. And my spiritual work, 1987 maybe is when I really started doing my spiritual work. In my life, that was I had lived a lot of life before I got to that. And then I started really unraveling my life. I had to take that down brick by brick by brick, brick by brick by brick, to feel safe, to get to the place where, and it takes time sometimes, because whatever has happened, all of us have our stories, some more tragic than others, but we do these things to make ourselves feel safe in the world. And it's okay, because it works for you for a time. Like the walls were good for me in the early days, because man, I got a lot done. I was able to be very successful in life and go out and make money and get a career and do a lot of things because of the walls. But when I started my spiritual work, I realized, I really have to, I was so protected. Love can't come in if you're just so protected and you're shielding yourself so tightly. Love can't come in. So you have to be willing to let the brick, to start taking the bricks down. You have to, one by one, letting more and more, letting yourself be available, letting yourself be vulnerable, scary word for some of us, vulnerable. And then, but the more you test it out, the more you open yourself up, the more you will see how much love is here for you. How much joy is here for you. How much prosperity and abundance is here for you. We're blocking. Most of us are blocking our good. Because I'll tell you, there is this thing of divine flow. And when you get clear and you empty out here so that you're just this empty, available, loving vessel, then the divine flow just comes in like this. prosperity, abundance, love, joy, freedom, beauty, light, radiance, wholeness, perfection. You get it? Because no longer are you living in fear. No longer are you blocking the good. So our job is to let go. Really let go and open ourselves up. Take a chance. What's the worst thing that can happen? You love and you don't get love back. It's not going to kill you. It's so worth it. It's so worth it. All I want to say is I've lived on the planet a long time. I'm not going to tell you how long. Long enough. And I have run the gamut from pain and suffering to utter joy, utter love, utter peace, utter glory, knowing my true essence, knowing my authentic self, as much as I can. You never get it done. I'm not about to tell you I'm done. I'm often shocked because I say, wait a minute, I've done all this work and yet I have something more to learn. How can that be? You will never get it done, so you might as well forget that illusion because it's never going to happen. You will constantly, there's more to know, more to, like I thought I was so loving. And then I met my man, and I will tell you there's something about my man and me that took me into a greater awareness of what love was. I was good by myself. I'm not saying that. But when I met him, there's something about that dynamic that taught me more about love. And so I deepened. I was able to deepen in my loving. And who knew that? I mean, I wasn't walking around going, oh, I'm missing so much. I don't know what love is. No, I felt very, very filled up with so much love. I felt so filled up. And now, what can I say? I'm all so much more filled up. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful because you never get it done. So, the topic, healing within is healing without, I want to just address that a little bit more by saying it is so important that we do not live in fear about what's going on, that we do not move into despair. The truth of it is only an opportunity now for us to dive deeper in our work, dive deeper in what we're here to do, dive deeper in our ability to love. Find the places in your heart where you block love. Open up that loving and express, because just, ever how many people are in here? How many people do you touch? This is the thing now. Those of us who are here for the love and the light, to express the love and the light, we are here. We're here to broadcast that on the planet. And now is the time. And so we're here to do our serious work so that we can broadcast on the planet. Because love is the most powerful force in the world. More powerful than fear, any day. In fact, if you live in fear, you are disempowering yourself. So that's why I say, don't move into fear here. Don't move into doubt and confusion, because that's disempowering yourself. You stand in your love, which is the most powerful force on this planet. And then you spread that love through all the people you know, and we continue to do that, and love will prevail. And I'm here to speak the word, because I'm for love prevailing on this planet, and I want you to join with me in that endeavor. That we, as of this moment, and as we go out from this moment, this day, that we decide we are here to bring love onto this planet. We will not move into fear. We will not move into any kind of feeling that will disempower us. We will stay empowered in our loving. And if you do that with me, I will be so happy. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Thank you.